Check out that view. Welcome back, fishing friends, to another adventure. All right, do you have kids that want to fish? Or do you, or have somebody that wants to learn how to fish that's older? I'm going to show you a quick setup that'll help with that. Go to Lou's Fishing and pick up one of these Crappie Thunder. They have them in 6 foot, 5.5, and like 4.5. And they're good little starter rods. Or you can go to Walmart and pick up a little combo. Get some fishing line, mono or fluoro. I always use fluoro. And then just get one of these little lipless crankbaits. Tie it on for them. Or you tie it on for yourself. And spinning setup works really well. Just fire it out there. And this you can chuck and wind. If you really want to get fancy, you can also yo-yo it up and down. But this will give kids something to do. They can work on their casting, hand-eye coordination, and they can get some casts in and hopefully catch some fish and have some fun. It's not complicated. It doesn't cost very much. I think these rods are like 30 bucks or something. This one, I use this one for crappie. It's a short one for ultralight stuff. But that's one way to do it. And there's all kinds of different lures you can get that don't cost much, that are easy to use. Just chuck and wind. You're not having to do anything complicated. And the key, remember, is to get out there and have some fun. And if you get tangled or snagged, trim it, cut it off, you know, retie. You know, hopefully you got some extra lures, because that's how you'll learn, is by dealing with snags and things like that. So Lou's has some nice rods there, or reels there too. This is a Lou Speedspin 100. You can even check Amazon. I'm sure you could probably get something on Temu. I never shop on Temu. But something inexpensive just to get you going. Pardon me. And have a good time out there. Easy to do. Chuck and wind. I'll show you another setup here in just a minute that's easy to use. Man, it is a gorgeous day. And the great thing about fishing is you're outdoors. Fresh air. And once you get bit by the fishing bug, you're going to get sucked in. What is a fishing bug? Is where you really enjoy it and you just keep coming back to having fun fishing. The other thing is, with one of these setups, you can just put a little hook on there, a float or a bobber, and you can put worms on there or little minnows, and you can do it that way too. But just to switch it up a little bit, chuck some lures out there. It's a great way to get everybody involved. All right, here's another little bait you can use. It's called a jig spinner or a beetle spin. You can get the beetle spins at Walmart for I think like $1.89. They'll have like a little fat body, but you can put what you want on there. This one just has a little minnow, and this one is weedless. It still can get snagged and hung up, but same deal. This one you don't need to yo-yo. This is a good one for kids because you can just pitch it out there, crank it up, and just bring it in slow. And that's it. The cool thing about fishing is to get started, it can be relatively inexpensive. but there's so much there. People get overwhelmed when they're trying to figure out what they want to do. Another thing you can use is just like a little inline spinner. But this just cranks along like this. Just cast it out there and do a slow wind. Stop it or pause it just to change it up a little bit. This kind of a setup is ideal for kids who've moved on. They're a little older, that can move past just the bobber and the worms, which I still fish bobber and worms. You never really give it up, but for kids that want to try something a little different, or for, you know, older people, some people don't like touching the worms and goofing around with all that. So this is easy going. And this will catch fish all over the country. A little setup like this. It'll work for trout, panfish, bass, freshwater for sure. I've never tested it on saltwater. And they have different types of line, pound test, 4, 6, 8. 4 to 6 is a good one to start with. Monofilament works just fine. I prefer fluorocarbon, but either one will get the job done. And the whole thing behind this is that this blade will attract fish, and they'll be like, what's going on over there? You have a little minnow, or even whatever comes with a little beetle spin as an accent, and to get some fish. They look like little caterpillars, different colors. I've got some friends that collect them. Kids like to collect them. The other cool thing is when you're out fishing, you got shells, and see the little raccoon prints right there? Anybody would be excited to see something like that. Ooh, there's a fish just jumped right there. I don't know if you can see them, but check out all the birds, migrating birds flying in to the other bay over there. That's pretty cool. There we go. All right, we're hooked up. Let's see what we got here. Ah, it's a little white bass here. One of these little dudes are fun to catch. There it is, right there. All right. So that's pretty much it. You know, it's easy setup to work with. Have a ton of fun doing it. There you go, with a whole set of tracks right there running along the, and that little line right there is some kind of a little tunnel bug, but it looks like a raccoon came cruising through looking for something to munch on. Here he is again. And then he came this way. So there you have it, folks. Just a couple of tips here and there for kids moving up and fishing, and for people that haven't fished before and then don't want to deal with any live bait. These little setups right here, a little lipless crankbait or a spinner bait like this. Walmart is perfect for a lot of these smaller baits that you can use for an easy setup like this. And they have a ton of rod and reel combos there that you can get that are inexpensive. I bought these separately. I got the rod separate and the reel separate, but you can get it together as an item. Just check out the website at Lew's. I've just been satisfied with their products over the years, that this is just the one I prefer using. I did get a Shakespeare rod from Walmart that I really like. It's a little ultralight. I use that sometimes. But they have like a little bargain bin where you can get some really nice baits there, that so if you lose them, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. A lot of cotton cordell stuff in there. The little lipless crankbaits are perfect. And then of course the beetle spins. You pick up a bunch of those and have some fun. Enjoy the outdoors. Make it a contest for the kids. See how many different types of animal prints they can find. I'm in kind of a rocky area here, but you'll have bird prints, raccoon, deer, possum, and then they can also look around for cool rocks and shells. Well, that's going to wrap it up for these little fishing tips. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you have any questions, just drop them down there and I'll answer them for you. But remember, the key thing with fishing is you're enjoying the outdoors and just relaxing, and it's a fun little sport and hobby to get into. And it can get expensive once you start heading down that road, but it can also be really fun and enjoying if with some of the expensive gear too. But it's not necessary, you know, to get things rolling. All right, until next time, I will see you then. Good luck with all your fishing adventures. And if you're starting out or know someone that's starting out, encourage them, give them positive vibes. And before you know it, they'll be catching fish. Now get out there and get your lures wet.